it's QuaranTime with MLC and PC. Little banter, little Bible. What's going on today?
Hey, it's a beautiful sunny day, but the temperature has dropped again here in central Minnesota. So I have long pants on again today.
Okay.
It's like
I
they're
did
suffocating my
I
legs.
did notice that neither one of us are wearing sweatshirts today. So like in true Minnesota fashion, I would say we've probably already adapted to the fall environment or something.
Probably. Today I am wearing uh, kind of a goofy ball sleeve.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
see what's happening here?
It looks big.
So it provides for air,
Oh, okay.
if it gets a little bit warmer, but it's also covering.
Somebody told me that, if we were having a 60-degree day like we have today, if it was April, let's say, and it was 60 degrees, oh, everybody be out in shorts and a t-shirt. Of course, this is beautiful weather. So,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a phenomena that always makes me laugh because, yeah, we grab for those sweaters and then we grab for the shorts. But, we've become acclimated to the winter and the kind of cold that we have in winter here in Minnesota. And so in the springtime, 60 seems like balmy.
Well, you know what season it really is for my daughter, Callie. It's always shopping season for her. So
Yeah.
today, this is such an exciting day. I just wanted to share this with everybody because it's just such a big thing. This is Callie's first shopping outing since the first day of March. So what are we
What?
looking at? She hasn't been out of the house to do anything essentially since March. So
Will you tell us a little bit more about Callie and why that might be extra challenging for us in case
well,
we haven't
yeah,
talked about that before?
Callie was living down in Sioux Falls. She was going to a special needs school down there because she has cerebral palsy and a lot of, medical needs, but also educational needs. And then, so that's why we had her down there. She made this transition to adulthood, which officially happens when you turn 21 in Minnesota. You become an adult. So
Yeah.
she had to transition to the adult side of care, and that happened last December. Of course, quarantine happened in
Mhm.
March, and we were not able to see her in person until out on the deck in June. And then now we just got the word this week that we can actually take her out and actually visit her at her house. So, of course, with some precautions, but at any rate, Jamie and Callie hatched the idea that they should go shopping, so they got a hold of some friends, and they are out spending money as we speak.
So now we need to get a sponsor so that Kelly can go shopping.
Uh, that girl, she's got more money than anybody needs, so I don't worry about her too much. But anyway,
So tell us a little bit about the device that Kelly uses to communicate.
yeah, it's just a glorified computer, and it just has layers of communication on it that she can access through a head switch. So she's there sitting there, and it just scans through things on her computer, and when it gets to what she wants, she has to hit it with her head, the switch that's right by her.
Oh, okay.
She hit, and then it selects it, and then it either opens up a new menu, or when it gets to the last one, this computer will say what she wants to say because she can't talk, but the computer talks for her. So all she has to
Sure.
know is how to get to the place that says what she wants to say. So she's a rock star at that, and we've got such a good staff. We listen. We had a speech therapist who knew that Callie was going out shopping today. It had a little glitch in it yesterday, so she came in early, fixed the glitch this morning at 8 o'clock, so it'd be ready to go when Jamie got down there and loaded her up to go shopping. Now
Oh,
that's
that's
the
so
kind of
neat.
that's the kind of people I'm like. I wish I could give you a hug, but I can't because
But you have my admiration.
right.
Oh, that's so awesome. What a great day for Kelly.
Yeah, I love people like that who are just professionals at everything they do. So it was very impressive, heartwarming, you might
Yeah,
say.
good. So what does Kelly like to shop for?
Well, if it's got clothes in the description, she's all in. That girl could shop for clothes all day, every day, and everything. It's socks, it's undergarments, it's shirts, coats, scarves, bracelets, necklaces, pants, you name it. If it's got color on it, and you can like hold it up so that she can either see it or feel it, She'll let you know what she likes and what she doesn't. She's a
Oh,
fashion.
that was going to be my next question.
She's a
Yeah, good.
she's a fashion diva. So
Ah,
and then I think Marin is a little bit too, her little friend. So I don't know. I hope it's okay to say people's names. Is it okay on our? Do we have HIPAA regulations on the
I,
QuaranTime blog?
I'm sure if we just use her first name, it will be fine.
Marin. Anyway, they're out there. They both her and her friend are. I think they're just months apart in age. So they just grown up with the same interests and all that kind of thing. So they all have
Uh,
bank accounts, so they spend their money. The only thing that's a hindrance. The only thing that's a hindrance, and it's a good thing, is that Callie can't access her online stuff with her computer device because I don't think her mom and dad want her to be able to do that.
oh, like banking or?
Well, we're afraid that if she was able to go on Amazon, for example, and shop
Oh,
clothes, that she might quickly deplete her account. What do parents do of teenagers and young 20s? What do parents do to keep their kids from, overdrawing the bank account or
yeah.
hitting the credit limit on their statement or something like that? So, fortunately,
Yeah.
we can just not link that to her computer device so she can't do that.
Yes, we have one on the autism spectrum here at our house, and we also have some budget issue or conversations. So
Conversations and guidelines. There's nothing wrong with that.
conversations and guidelines.
You've got to have white marks on the side of the road so that you know when you're out of you're onto the shoulder, kind of a thing. That's just good life. That's all there is to it.
It's so true.
So, all right. Anything else? What else is going on? Anything else? Are you still exercising during these fall days? Are you maintaining
Of
your
course
body?
I am.
Okay.
Yes, of course. But it did get chilly. Well, it got hot and then it got chilly. And so my return to running career came to a screeching halt and I'm back on the indoor bike. But
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Even before the snow falls, you're back indoors. Okay. Well,
yeah, it turned out I felt a lot less committed to the return to running than I thought I was gonna. And so as soon as I got uncomfortable, then I moved it on.
Well, just so that I can identify or you can feel like I identify with your concerns. I
Yeah.
haven't been on my bike since the last time you asked me to be on my bike. So with that, rather than
Wait a
talking
minute.
about my bike, what I'd really rather do is just share a Bible verse with you because I feel like I'm
Okay.
more in
All
tune.
right. Well, I have some more questions, but maybe we can save that for next week.
Okay. I feel like my 2-year average for biking is pretty good. If you take last year and this year and put the average together, yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's just not talk
Let's
about
talk
20.
more about this later.
2020 is not where we should focus. We need to move on. We need to think bigger things.
Okay. All right.
Second
Okay.
Corinthians, Second Corinthians,
Second Corinthians.
yeah, 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 3 and 4. We are not giving anyone an occasion for offense, so that the ministry will not be blamed. Instead, as God's ministers, we commend ourselves in everything. Then what the Apostle Paul does here is he says, here's how we commend ourselves to the people around us. Now, I'm not going to read this, but for the next about 6 verses, he goes through all the things that he's putting up with in order to promote the ministry of the gospel. And here's what he says. I'm willing to do all kinds of things for the sake of the gospel. And he lists all these things. I've got bad things going on. I've got good things going on. It's hardships going on. It's really difficult things going on. He's doing this whole list of things I'm willing to endure because I don't want the ministry to be thwarted or interrupted by anything. And he says, I'm not going to let anything get in the way. I don't want anything to be the blame for why I can't do ministry or why we're not doing ministry. So I was challenged by that as I was thinking about it because I was thinking, boy, it is so easy. It's just like my excuses with my bike. Oh, it's not the right temperature out today. The wind's blowing in the wrong direction. It's raining, all these kinds of things. That's why I don't get out on my bike, mostly because I don't want to feel the pain. But what the Apostle Paul says, yeah, I got all that stuff going on when it comes to the ministry of the gospel, but I'm not going to let any of that get in the way of what I need to do. I'm not going to let anything be an occasion for offense to the gospel. And I was just thinking about it as like, okay, that really, okay, I don't care about the biking so much, but I do care that I'm not putting anything in the way of the gospel and the ability to communicate that with people in my life. And I just thought, that's a good place to be. Instead of focusing on all those things that could get in the way, let's focus on the things that we can do to be ministers of the gospel.
Oh, that is such a good word. We get uncomfortable so easily in our culture, don't we?
I think so. And I think in these days, if you want to look for an excuse for why, oh, I can't do this or I can't be, well, yeah, I mean, you can find all kinds of things. As
Yeah.
one of the advertisements I always hear says, 2020 has been a gut punch to the American economy. Well, it's been a gut punch to all of us in a lot of ways. Okay, but that doesn't need to be something that gets in the way of our ministry of the gospel to people's lives. That's what people really need.
You know, I always remind myself with gladness when I start getting whiny that I am not a prairie pioneer girl. I could if it was 150 years ago, I could be living out here in the glacial melt in my sod hut
Yeah,
with all the kids, everybody in one room. And that, it hasn't come to that. So I'm doing okay.
you're doing okay. Let's keep up.
Well, let me close us in prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for the advantages that we have in our culture and in this time. Help us to not grow stagnant in proclaiming your good word, the reconciliation of us to you through Jesus Christ. Keep our eyes on the prize, Lord, and that is you. We love you. We are thankful for you. We are thankful for Jesus Christ, in whose name we pray. Amen. Well, gang, hang in there another week, another week through 2020. Thank you so much for making it all the way through to the end of this video. Don't spit on each other, and for heaven's sake, don't be stupid, wash your hands.